So what is better, motivation or discipline? Everybody kind of knows that discipline is what it takes if you want to be successful in whatever it is you're doing. If you're trying to lose weight, gain muscle, get stronger, anything like that, financial success, you have to be disciplined. You do have to have an underlying motivation. People say, remember your why. You have to know why you started, what kind of drives you at the end of the day. But you're not always going to feel like that. There are going to be days you're going to wake up and say, man, I don't want to do this. And what it takes is discipline to push you through that, because you just have to do it. Sucks to suck. That's kind of how it works. When you have discipline, you're going to be consistent over time, and that is the key to success. One thing you can ask yourself is, do you always feel motivated? And the answer is no. Nobody always feels motivated. So why would that change if you're starting a diet, if you're starting a training plan? It doesn't. Now, it does build over time, and you'll feel more motivated over time, especially once you start seeing results. But to push to that point, there's a lot of things you have to go through that kind of seem like, man, I feel like I'm kind of stagnant. It's not really, I'm not moving the scale forward or moving the scale down if you're trying to lose weight. And what you have to do is just push through those times, and you'll find that that's discipline, and that's what's going to get you to the success that you're looking for. Another thing about losing weight specifically, and that's what I'm focusing on right now, that's why I keep bringing it up. You might be stuck at a weight for a couple days, even a week, but if you stick to your plan, then you're going to be fine over time. And one thing I noticed is I was stuck at 225.2 for like 8 or 9 days in a row. I stuck to my plan, and I was just like, you know what, screw this, I'm pushing through it. I stayed within a couple hundred calories of where I was supposed to be with my diet. And the next week I dropped down, I think I got under 220 within 2 weeks after that point. This is just an example of what I did, but basically what it means is that you just have to keep going. You just have to keep doing it. Another thing about losing weight too, you might feel like you're kind of like getting flat or like softening up. You might have looked bigger before, but now you're starting to lose weight. And now let's say, well, my stomach looks flatter, but I don't really look different in other places. Or it could be like, wow, I feel like I can see a little bit of a difference, like, in my shoulders, but then my stomach doesn't really look different. Everybody loses fat differently. It's kind of however your body needs to partition that energy to be as efficient as it can, and everybody's different. But over time, if you lose enough fat, you're going to have to lose it in those places that you're trying to lose it from. And I might show you like the difference between 20% body fat and 15% body fat. And then you go down a couple more and you get to like 12, 13% body fat. And you can see there's drastic differences, even though it's less weight lost. When you start getting leaner, then changes are more and more noticeable with less weight loss. It does become harder over time, but that's why I say keep pushing, because that little bit that you're looking for, you're probably almost there. And a reason that I've actually fallen off of a diet before is because of that actual reason, getting to the point where I can tell I'm actually making progress and the scale might be going down, but I feel like, man, I just don't look very different. And a lot of it is in your head. That's kind of what happens. But just push through. I promise you, it'll be worth it. Just keep going. Have discipline. Understand that you made this plan and you're going to stick to the plan. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So you have to be a little bit insane to achieve the results you're looking for, but it's like that with everything in life, and it transfers over really well to other lessons you can learn. So take everything in stride, take everything I say or anybody else says with a grain of salt, and make your own decisions, and have a good day.